Hi!
Hello, everyone!
Hello, everyone. Happy Sunday. Good afternoon.
Ang taray naman ng countdown.
Oh, di ba? May pa-countdown na tayo ngayon kasi 2021 na.
Right.
Hi, everyone.
Naging excited ka ba sa 2021?
Of course! Fan ako ng clean slate. Yung starting from a clean slate. So, gusto ko yung mga New Year, new beginning, all the opportunities to have a fresh start. And I think a lot of people would agree na because of what happened in 2020, we can only hope for a better 2021. Diba?
Right. Kaya on the other end of the spectrum naman, opposite to what you think, I wasn't particularly excited about it.
Mm-hmm.
Medyo cautious pa nga ako eh. I was like, yo man, am I gonna claim this year? Am I gonna, say that this is gonna be my best year or new year, new me or whatever the hell? Pero actually, hindi ko pa ginagawa yun. In fact, what M and I did instead was, instead of making New Year's resolutions or what have you, di ba? What we did instead was, let's make commitments to each other.
Exactly. O, di ba ang bongga? Relationship goals.
Commitments to each other. Actually, medyo naging parang performance review nga eh.
Oo, ano?
Diba? Kasi we were like, okay, so ano bang commitments dapat? And I asked M, I was like, okay, so ano yung mga ginawa ko last year na ayaw mo? And then I'll commit to not doing that or doing better
or being more
this year.
mindful.
Right. Being more mindful. So nagkaroon kami ng feedback session and then may mga AFI or areas for improvement. And then, whatever.
I think kasi it's helpful for couples to really take some time to evaluate how the relationship is going, where the relationship is at. Ay, wait lang. High-tech po kasi bago po yung camera namin, no? So, minsan, siya. Pasensya na. Ayun. So, as I was saying, I think it's important for couples to really have that time to kind of like reflect on the relationship, what's going really well, and how else can, they work on it together. Yeah. Ako personally, I think that's something that's great between us because on an individual level, we want to be better for each other. And at the same time, we want to work on the relationship as a team, as a couple, diba? Don't you agree? Mag-agree ka.
I get somewhat.
Oh, grabe ka naman.
No, I of course agree to an extent. No, and tama ka naman dyan. You mentioned earlier about clean slates. I think especially if you're a couple or if you're married, especially, the clean slate is not just for you. It's about having a clean slate for your relationship as well.
Yeah, that's true.
You're right. So whatever it was that went down in the past, that you didn't particularly like or whatever, dapat move forward.
Yeah.
Forgive.
Yeah.
And move forward.
Yeah. And that's not to say that it's like the last time that you're gonna restart. Kasi diba? It's just always a series of trying your best, and then if you fail, then try again. Diba?
Yeah.
Right? But other than that, we'd like to thank all of our listeners for following us. Last year, we launched our podcast. So thank you, everybody. Awesome. I think our numbers are doing really well. So we
surprisingly.
appreciate you. Surprisingly? Siyempre, pinaghihirapan natin yung podcast natin. Grabe.
I don't know. For me, I just think, I just thought na, like, is this gonna kick off? Is this gonna? I was a little bit skeptical, to be honest, guys. And M was really just super optimistic about it, and it rubbed off on me. I was like, okay, sige. I mean, we're not doing it for the people that can digest it. We're just doing it so that, hopefully at least one or two listeners that we have can actually have a healthier online dating and more intimate relationship experience.
That's right. I honestly feel like we gained a lot of friends in doing our podcast.
I thought you said we gained a lot of weight. Thought you were
That's
gonna say
true
we gained a lot of
also.
weight.
Pero wait lang kayo
Uh,
kasi clean eating na kami. No, but I honestly think that a lot of our friends, even just our immediate circle, they appreciate that we're trying to give insights in
Yeah.
terms of dating, relationships. And that's not to say that we're experts in the field, but we can say that we just have like very vast experience
we just wanted
in
to.
dating. Yeah.
We also want to make it more human.
Actually, yeah.
This is something that happens on the ordinary or on the daily, and we want to share that experience
That's
with
true.
everyone.
Yeah. And a lot of our friends really liked how season 1 helped them, kumbaga, get ready for online dating. Some of our friends, we influenced them na mag-install na ng dating apps.
Exactly, guys, kasi very very curated yung yung
Oo.
podcast episodes namin. Based on the timeline
Yes.
of our relationship. No? So obviously we met on an online dating app, OkCupid.
Yes.
In no way we are being paid to say that. we just
Sana, diba?
we just really appreciate it. Now we met there. We're a pandemic-born couple.
Yeah.
Right? And we got together, I think it was a little over, I think it was 2 weeks or a month after we met online.
Yeah.
And then I think it was, hindi kasi ako nagkaroon ng time ng mga araw, ng mga months, no? But I think it was like 6 or 7 months later, we got engaged.
Yeah.
So,
Ang bilis.
Yeah, but sometime between that, we started Stories After Swipe Right, and we wanted to make sure that season 1 was sort of like normalizing yung dating scene, especially here in the Philippines. Diba? Kasi medyo ano pa eh. I guess
taboo.
for lack of a better term, it's taboo.
Yeah.
Or
there's a certain stigma that if you find a partner via online dating apps or on any online dating platform, that it's not as genuine or it's not as
real.
Exactly, right? As when you have met your partner organically, like friends kayo, office mates kayo, etc. So and we don't believe that at all, and we're here to like advocate for normalizing the entire online dating.
Yeah, so can we like rewind a little bit? What was your reason for using? When did you start using online dating?
Ang tagal na. I think I started 2016 kasi like I've mentioned in our previous episodes that I was in a long-term relationship, pero sobrang roller coaster, like on off, sobrang crazy. So in the off times, I'll be on a dating app. Kasi hindi naman, syempre at the back of my mind, I'm still hoping to work it out. So I'll just go online to date, to meet people. Pero it's not like to take it seriously. And then, eventually, nung naging totoong single na ako, I was like, I'm hoping to level up, the quality of men that I'm looking for sa online dating app. Yeah, that's why I joined. Yun, and saka yun nga, variety. Because I was in a relationship for a very long time. I felt like hindi ko pa na-curate kung ano yung hinahanap ko talaga sa isang tao.
Na-curate?
Yeah. So,
that's wonderful.
It helped me, find out. I like this. I don't like this. I like this. I like that. Parang
right.
Ikaw?
Wait lang. Happy New Year. Cheers,
nabigla ka.
Yeah, so thank you. I really love the way you constructed to curate what you're looking for in a guy, in a man.
Yeah.
That was so awesome.
Sampling. Diba?
Sampling.
Sorry,
I like
pero
the word
ganun
curate.
talaga eh.
Just stick with curate. Naman, I think I started using dating apps, I think it was a year after you.
Okay.
Or, 2017. I started using dating apps, or was it 2018? I can't recall anymore. But 2017, 2018. But when I started using it, I guess you can consider me as a late bloomer when it comes to like social media platforms or social platforms in general. Because I didn't start like using Facebook until like 2016.
Mm.
So I was kind of off the grid
Mm.
in 2016 and below. So yes, I was a little bit of a late bloomer socially and in social media. And then but when I bloomed, I boomed. You know what I mean?
Wow. Bloom to boom. I love
Right.
it.
That sounds such like a perfect enough for a guy, to bloom and then boom. Right. So when I started using dating apps, I met with a lot of women.
A lot. A
Yeah,
lot.
a lot of women, and it was a learning experience for me.
Yeah, diba?
Such a learning experience for me. So why did I start using it? What for? Because back in 2017, that's when I started my journey of entrepreneurship, as in like a full-on entrepreneur. Like for quick context, I was on and off with entrepreneurship in my earlier years, but now I'm just like a full-on entrepreneur. So I was a heavily occupied dude, man. I was just so busy, and I didn't have time to, like, what's the word you used earlier? Organically, organically meet
Yeah.
with the opposite sex, because I was just so busy. I didn't even have time for recreational activities for myself. So one of my friends was like, "Why don't you try Tinder?" So nag-start ako sa Tinder.
Ako din.
Yeah. I started in Tinder when Tinder was still cool. Yeah, I
When
said it.
Tinder still had quality people.
Yeah. For some reason, I'm like, yo, man. So when Tinder was still cool, I did a little bit of that. I had my first date, online dating experience, which fortunately went okay for me. So fast forward to OK Cupid. I think it was a year or two later, a year later, and that's where I really stood out. Because in OK Cupid, for those of you who haven't used OK Cupid, you could create a really comprehensive profile and
Yeah.
description of or summary of yourself in OK Cupid, and I particularly like to write, so I was able to, like, so to speak, sell myself based on my profile. Wasn't that the reason why you swiped
Yeah,
right?
oo naman. You had a very comprehensively written bio. Ayun.
Yeah, I can't exactly recall right now, but I believe I was the first one that swiped right. Sa'yo.
Siyempre, nagmamaganda ako palagi di ba? Ang tagal pa nga kitang nireplyan, di ba? I had you on like my wait
Yung mga
list.
bikini
Charot
photos mo kasi.
Oh, yo!
Nakaka-hook. Right?
Ayan. Quickly, let's just give a shout out to our friends watching. So, hi, Cam, si
Reggie! Oh, man! Jean, how are
Jean is
you?
also here. Hello,
Thanks for dropping the
hello.
hearts. I appreciate you. In
Yes.
fact, we're extremely excited for you guys today because, new year, a lot of new things as
Yes.
well. So we're doing things a little bit differently in this love stream. I'm sure you've seen it in our posters and in our captions that we have a special guest, and we'll be introducing her later on. No, we're just going to talk a little bit more about what has been going on with us behind the scenes, because we want to release season 2, episode 1 of season 2 of Stories After Swipe Right podcast this month. We're gonna tell you yet when, but we guarantee you that it's going to be this month. So let's do like a quick recap.
Yeah, and this season is going to be super packed. Like our first season, we only had 8 episodes. Yeah. Season 2 will have more than that, like double, I think, at least double.
Mm-hmm.
Because we're gonna talk about transitioning to relationships.
So remember when I talked about earlier?
Yeah,
we were like, online dating, it's curated. Online dating first because we met in online dating.
So dating period.
And then now it's going to be relationships. And then perhaps season 3 would be marriage life.
Yeah, we get married.
So, but we're going to do relationships first. Tama si M, we're going to drop a lot of episodes. So more room for guests.
Yes.
To collaborate with us on season 2. We invite for any podcaster potentially who's looking for a collaboration that is narrowed down into online dating relationships, we invite you to collaborate with us. You can contact us anytime at our Facebook page. But yeah, let's do like a quick recap of season 1.
Yeah, so we talked about online dating, what to see, how do you set up your profile, also what to put, what makes you swipe right, diba?
Pet peeves. That was my favorite.
Oh my gosh, I remember your sapiosexual pet peeve.
Yeah, yo.
Sapiosexual, I think.
Sapio.
Whatever.
Right.
And then also yung sex on the first date, yon. Famous episode natin, kung dapat ba sex na agad on the first date or do you have to wait?
And also we had a guest on our seat. How many guests? One guest?
One. Si Eugene sa LGBTQ+. So interestingly, we asked him about how it is like for our LGBTQ+ friends.
Shout out to Eugene, dating. By the way, if you're watching, thank you for being a guest. Of course, support kami sa mga friendship namin dyan, alright, sa LGBTQ community. I understand yung online dating world nyo, no? I wouldn't say it's totally different, pero may sarili kayong proseso and preparations. And we just wanted to include you. You know, Stories After Swipe Right is heavy on inclusivity and equality, and especially for season 2 for relationships, same sex. We're definitely gonna expound on a lot of that.
Exactly.
We're actually looking right now for potential people who can collaborate with us to speak with as a guest.
Yeah.
No?
And also yung last natin episode is about exclusive na. So paano na i-level up, right? And that really will lead to our season 2. We have a lot of topics in store for you guys. And also if you have other suggestions, you can send it to us. Sa amin, ang aking the topics that I'm looking forward to sharing with you guys is parang how, diba, as a relationship, may honeymoon stage palagi. So, how do you move past the honeymoon stage na still, maganda pa rin yung flow ng relationship, diba? Also, love languages, diba?
Love languages. I think we did a few webinars prior to actually having our podcast on the 5 love languages, which I think there are 6 love languages now. The 6th one being meme tagging. Yeah. So,
or that is for us at least.
It's such a huge, I think for the pandemic, meme tagging was such an important love language. If you can relate to meme tagging, just like tell us on the comments right now. We invite everyone to interact.
Or post your favorite GIFs, diba?
Yeah, meme tagging, the best. Love it. So yeah, you're looking forward to the 5 love languages, and what was the first one? From the honeymoon phase.
Phase, and then also being in a relationship with a foreigner, or
being in a relationship with a foreigner,
older person,
same-sex relationship.
Interesting.
That's a good question. Di ako prepared din. What am I looking forward to talk about in season 2? I guess would be that's a good one. I'm at a loss for words at that one. Galing mo din. But siguro to speak generally, okay, I've been dying to talk about relationships kasi saglit lang yung yung online dating experience namin. Well, kami together with M. Of course, we've been doing it, as mentioned earlier, we've been doing it for a few years, no? But what I really wanted to talk about was relationships. And I'm currently reading this book by author Richard Templer on the rules of love.
Rules of love.
So there's like 100 something rules of love.
Sandali, nandito yung book.
Right?
Sige,
you got it. There's like 100 something on 100 rules on the rules of love. Yeah, here we go.
Bongga.
Yan. All right, where's the camera? There you go. By Richard Templer. Once again, in no way are we being paid to promote this, but it's such a wonderful book because it not only does this book give structure to your relationships, but it's like relationship ethic. You know what I mean? It's like a rule book. It's like telling you how to be a
better partner.
Yeah. Significant other, partner. To not just to the person that you love, but to your family, to your friends, to your kids,
Mhm.
you know, it's absolutely amazing. And I'm looking to draw insights from that para pagdating sa podcast, season 2 ni Stories After Swipe Right, magkaroon tayo ng insightful na kwentuhan.
Yes, looking forward. But speaking of kwentuhan, today we actually have a very special guest, a lovely friend of ours from the podcast community, and we're gonna have like an afternoon kwentuhan with her.
Yes, you
Diba?
might already know her. In fact, she's been in the game for a while.
Oo, ano nga siya eh,
Seeing
parang
as
idol
season
natin
6
siya.
na siya.
Oo.
Her podcast videos on her website, her teaser videos are extremely nice. We'll be releasing how you can contact her on social media later on. Her show is called the Roma Miclat Podcast.
Oh yan, giniveaway mo na. Kung sino yung guest natin.
Kasi yung pangalan niya sa podcast, di ba? So si Roma Miclat Queen.
Yes.
Oh my God. In fact, she is the first one to guest on the LoveStream.
Oo, sige,
Right?
let's add her na.
Yeah.
All right, everybody, let us all welcome on the LoveStream the Roma Miclat. Yay!
Hi!
Roma.
Grabe naman yung V. Hi everyone! Happy Sunday! Ano ba pinaghandaan ko to, guys?
Thank you so much for here. Thank you for saying yes our invitation.
And thank you also for inviting me on your live stream. This is actually my first guesting on a live stream. So,
On a live.
sobrang kinakabahan ako.
Ay,
Yeah, so please be gentle, ganyan.
I think just like during a podcast like a session, just that whole interact with us live, right?
Yeah. Yes.
I actually guessed for Radu last year.
Wait. One moment.
While we're fixing audio, maybe you can tell everyone about you, about your podcast and season 6.
Yeah, okay. So, first of all, hi everyone. I hope you're having a wonderful Sunday. And I'm Roma. I'm the host and the producer of the Roma Miclat Podcast. And the Roma Miclat Podcast is basically a lifestyle podcast. So, there are a lot of subjects that I talk about. I have guests, and sometimes I talk about love, sometimes I talk about motivation, sometimes I talk about the things that every adult must, understand in this life. So, ayon. And for season 6, I said, I did an announcement and I told them that it's gonna be different because I don't usually talk about love and relationships on my podcast, but for season 6, it's gonna be all about love and relationship kasi sakto siya for February. And so I'm really excited for season 6.
So what is thanks for a little bit about your podcast and also your 6 and 6 theme for your 6, no?
Yes.
We're actually getting Roma is getting as a guest. So it's our first time.
Yes.
She as guest to an episode. So it's to another podcast episode. So it's super cool. And we actually are not sure how that's gonna go. It's just so used to just talking to each other and all that. But Roma also appreciates you for inviting us for a particular episode. So
Yes,
are we
of
good?
course.
No.
Actually, you guys are good. I don't hear any feedback. Maybe sa side. Yeah, guys, can you help us? Can you help us figure out if they are echoing?
Like aming area, wala.
Sa akin din wala.
Regine, may feedback pa ba?
Talaga si Regine. Hi, Regine! Sorry. Oo. So ayun nga, by the way, I wanna say yes, this is not the first and the last that you will see or hear the three of us, because I will have them on my show. Abangan nyo na lang, but it's gonna be on February. So we will talk about we will have a very very interesting topic about love and relationship, and later na lang namin a-announce yung topic so that it will be a surprise.
Okay. Thank you. Sabi nila may feedback pa rin. I guess you should just use the loudspeaker. If that's cool with you.
Hindi tayo kinakaya, hindi kinakaya yung energy natin.
You know?
Teka lang. One monument. First time ko nangyari sa amin.
Oh.
It's okay.
Sige, maybe ano ba?
I think what we can do is like we can unplug this here and just use the loudspeaker.
Baka lalo mag-feedback. Teka, try lang. Meron audio.
Yeah, this happens when you do live. Kaya I'm so scared of doing live. So, totoo lang.
First time sa namin. Can you guys hear us rin? You know, may feedback. I can hear the feedback now. Okay, wait lang po. Sige. 1 second.
Maybe have
Hindi daw nawala. Okay, wait lang. Low-key panicking. Check your headset, your audio. Parang kanina wala eh. When we do live, nagkaroon ng feedback.
Yeah, I think. Let's see.
Sige.
What about now?
Ayan.
What
about now, guys?
Nawala.
Parang perfect na, guys.
Alright.
Okay. I switched to stereo kasi naka-multi-channel ako kanina. So,
Okay.
Ang bongga
We're
kasi
cool,
ng
we're
setup
cool.
ni Roma.
sorry naman, guys.
It's all good. Let's get the show going.
Teka, wait.
alright?
Let me try to switch to our original audio. Yung aming bonggang audio.
Yeah.
1 second,
Ayun, better. Thank you,
Tingnan mo,
Randy.
nakaano kami. So, I'll try to switch it back since kay Roma pala na setting. 1 second.
Patawad na, guys. Sorry naman. First time.
Good. All right, yan. Okay, thank you to our guest.
Wala.
All right, yan.
Dumadayo, nag-iingay pa. Ano ba naman yan?
Better. Okay.
May feedback?
Yan. All right. How's
Ayan.
the mic?
Ito. Kumusta na to? Meron pa rin? Okay na? Parang wala. Okay, winner.
Okay.
Ako naman
But,
pala kasi talaga eh. Sorry na, guys.
Walang problema. Ano ba? Ayan. Okay.
Okay, cool.
Okay na. Tuloy
Alright.
na to.
Yeah.
Oo.
Naloka ako. Sorry. Ayan. Sige.
You know, one of the things about podcasting and itong entire experience is that fixing things on the fly. Not a lot of people like aspiring podcasters and people who would like to, speak in front and broadcast. They don't know na may mga certain issues that you can't foresee, and being able to fix them on the fly and not be penalized for it. It's such a wonderful thing.
Okay.
All right, so let's get it on.
Yeah, thank you everybody for helping us out. No? Siyempre, hindi natin marirealize na pangit yung audio natin unless na-comment yung mga tao. Thank you. Anyway, welcome to the LoveStream, Roma. Okay, we're so happy to have you. And again, we're excited to also be on your podcast. You guys, if you don't know si Roma Miclat, she's one of the people that the podcast speech community really looks up to. So,
Uy,
thank you
grabe
for
sila.
being here. Ang
Roma's a
sarili
queen.
ng topics
Roma is a
niya.
queen.
Diba? I love her topics. You know,
Oh,
very
thank you.
empowering and very diverse din yung topic. So, I really
Thank you,
Okay.
thank you.
bilang nagkagulo-gulo tayo, no? Let's just play a quick game, okay? Medyo mag-play lang tayo ng konting game.
Ayun na guys,
Ang warm-up,
paparusahan na
lang ba
nila
yan?
ako.
Oo, okay lang yan.
Charot.
Ano ka ba?
We're good. We're good.
Diba?
Yan.
Ayan. So, we're going to play a game called Fast Talk. Are you familiar with Fast Talk?
Yes,
Yeah.
I think
Yeah,
something
syempre.
like Boy
Boy
Abunda.
Abunda
Okay.
style. Okay. So, when we say fast talk, ayan, ito na, okay, sir. When we say fast talk, ano lang siya, magtatanong lang, and then, walang explanation. So, it's like a choice. This or that. Okay?
Mhm.
This or that, walang explanation, and dapat mabilis.
Mhm.
Okay?
Ano muna tayo? Mag-disclaimer muna tayo.
Disclaimer. Sige,
Baka-
ang disclaimer natin, yung questions natin is a mix of medyo wholesome and not so wholesome. Okay?
Ayan na nga, oo. So,
Huwag
ano
niyo na
ako
po kami
rin,
i-judge.
guys, magde-disclaimer din ako. Sana po wag akong i-disown ng pamilya ko at saka ng biyanan ko.
Uy,
So,
thank you for inviting your family to watch, ha?
of course, of course.
Sige, ready na.
Yes,
Lahat
game.
tayo, pati ikaw.
Sino ba mauna?
Si Roma, tapos
Ayun,
ikaw, tapos ako.
Okay.
Madali mo na. Let's start easy. Okay? Let's start easy. Walang explanation, ha?
Mhm.
Pizza or burger?
Pizza.
Oh, pizza.
Marvel or DC?
Teka, hindi sagutin mo yung
Ay,
tanong.
Ako ba yung sasagot?
Oo, sasagot tayo lahat. Oo.
Pizza.
Pizza. Ako din, pizza. Okay. Sleep or eat? Kain
Sleep.
or tulog?
Sleep.
Tama?
Sleep.
Sleep.
Sleep din ako. Okay lang walang kain, no? Basta may tulog. Okay. Early bird or night owl?
Night owl, definitely.
Ow.
Early bird ako.
Oh my God. Wait lang. Can we segue a little bit? Alam
Yeah.
mo ba? Si she wakes up like 6:30 in the morning every
Ang aga.
day. And I'm
Wow.
like, oh my God.
Matutulog pa lang
had
si
to,
Alex.
in our relationship, I had to adjust to that.
Sana all.
So, it's crazy, but ayun lang. Go ahead.
Okay. Beach or mountains?
Beach.
Mountain.
Beach. Yan. Ito, if you given a choice, ha, more time, to have more time or to have more money?
More
Ah.
time.
Or
Oh.
money.
More time.
Money. Ako more time.
I feel like I can buy more time with
Walang paliwanag.
Kaya ako naman. Alright.
Okay, next. Go on a night out. So, night out or Netflix and chill sa bahay?
Netflix and chill.
Netflix and
Ako
chill.
din, Netflix and chill. Okay. Hugs or kisses? Are you a hugger or a kisser?
Hugs.
I like both. I like
It's
to do
very
both.
comforting. Like there's
Oh.
something like very it assures you for me. Yung hugging is it assures you.
Oh, that's nice. Ikaw?
I'm hugging, definitely. I go for both, but definitely hugging. I'm a hugger.
Ako kissing talaga. I like it.
Mapusok pala tong si Em, eh, no?
Ayan. Wild yan. Wild yan.
Okay, next. That's interesting. Ito na. Ready na. Sex or chocolates?
Depende.
Ay, wow! May depende.
Hindi, ano ba? Oh my gosh. Pwede both?
Pwede.
Both.
Yeah, both. I would definitely choose sex over chocolate though, like any time of the day.
Mhm.
Ako sex, then chocolates.
Ah, gusto ko yun. Gusto ko yun. No.
Diba? Better yun. Okay.
Yeah.
Ito na. Lights on or lights off?
Off. Ang bilis ka sumagot.
Lights on.
Ako, oo.
Lights
Off.
on. Bawal
Yeah.
mag-argue.
Pwede.
We can debate
Sige.
that. Ayun.
Ano, dim light. Pwede na yan, mood light.
Dim light.
No, mood light, ganyan.
I like lights on. For some reason.
I think, hindi naman sa pag-stereotype, pero I think a lot of guys like lights on. Ako
I'm sure you would know.
No, grabe ka naman. Diba, Roma? No?
I think for women it's mostly lights on off. I think for women kasi syempre we are somewhat shy. May shyness
diba? Marami tayong mga
Oo.
issues sa mga katawan natin.
Mga
Kami
eme-eme,
naman, we
ganyan.
want to see the body. We don't care, like, what we feel like we don't care what you think it looks like. We just
Oo.
we want to see the beauty of it, the curves and everything, all of that.
Mm.
That's
Uy.
just me.
Also, I'd wanna say sa mga viewers natin, sali kayo You can also send your answers if you wanna answer, diba? Kaya lang ano na to, medyo eme. Okay, ready? So, in terms of dating, pursuing a person or pursuing anything, wait for it, or wait and see, or go for it.
I always go for it. I don't have parang maikli ang patience ko sa mga bagay-bagay even on relationships. So I always DTR. I always advise my friends to, go DTR, determine the relationship.
Ganda, high five tayo dyan.
Ganun talaga.
Define
as
the
in.
relationship.
Yeah.
Okay.
Label na agad,
Sorry.
diba?
Yes.
Define the relationship. Okay.
Mm.
Meron bang time for processing or next question na agad?
O sige na nga, ano ba?
Kayo muna, hindi pa kayo sumasagot.
Oh, ikaw pala.
DTR.
Ano ba yan?
I'm sorry,
Go for
Anna,
it
go
or
for
wait
it.
and see.
Go for it. Definitely go for it.
Ako din, go for it. Kasi di ba,
Yeah.
life is short. Ano ba, may COVID na nga. Tapos maghihintay ka pa, di ba? O,
You
yan
need
ang
like a
alam.
certain maturity to achieve yung go for it status?
Mhm.
Or were you all, speaking of your experience, Roma, were you like already going for it? Or did you
I've always been that person who would go after what I want. Kasi we were raised, kasi kumbaga parang we were raised na parang puro girls, and then
Right.
the father figure is medyo hindi kami masyadong close. So we have to be strong. Parang ganun yung dapat na persona mo. Kasi pag hindi kakainin ka. So yon.
That's
I'm
true.
really parang I grew up that I have to have this strong personality so that I can go through life and hindi ako pwedeng, ay kasi babae, no, hindi pwede sa akin yun. So even on relationships, para sa akin, it's always equals. Your partners, hindi pwedeng babae, susunod, ganyan. You compromise.
Tama.
Queen, no?
Yes.
That's not
Ganyan
Yes.
talaga dapat.
Oo.
Diba?
You compromise.
Oo.
I mean, of course, not everyone is like that. Pero I mean, of
Right.
course, I'm speaking for myself. But I've always been like that. Whatever it
Yeah.
is, career, love life, decisions. Bibiling ko na ba ito ngayon? Ipapa-shopee ko na ba? Online shopping ko na. Go na to, ganyan. Because I don't want to have regrets. Yun yung malaking ayoko talaga, regrets. At least I
Tama.
tried, diba? If something won't work, edi at least you gave it a try.
Tama. Oo.
Sa akin, kasi I didn't start off as, the reason why I asked is because I didn't start off as
Go for it.
going for it. For TTR.
Shy type ka, Alex?
Pabebe.
Yeah.
Pabebe.
Before. Oo,
Parang
ganon.
hindi halata. In fairness,
Oo nga, it's insanely weird na gano'n. Before, I guess I was boxed in the introvert identity, no? And admittedly, I was socially awkward, and I found it difficult to talk to girls. Like, really difficult.
Really?
And yeah, it was very difficult. I was always, ano ba i-explain yun na hindi ako nagmumonta?
Wala na, i-reveal mo na yung true
Sige,
self
I was
mo.
kind of like seeking for it, trying to please them type, seeking for their approval type, to the point where I'm not sure kung familiar kayo sa ganung stereotype, but the nice guy type,
Nice
Yeah.
guy.
you get what I mean?
Yeah.
Like yung super nice guy and you're just
Bigay
doing it.
lahat.
Oo.
Bigay lahat.
But then
Yes.
it's actually counterproductive.
Yes.
So yeah, I was like that for a long time. I was like that for a
Ikaw
long
yung,
time. And-
lagi ka bang na-friend zone before? Because you're so
yeah,
nice?
lagi ako na-friend zone,
Oo.
and I always ended up humiliating myself, embarrassing myself, and putting myself out there for the wrong reasons. And it was albeit an ugly experience, but like what you said later, hindi ako nag-regret. Kasi ultimately, that's what helped illuminate me.
Wow, illuminate.
I was illuminated. Right? I was illuminated.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like, ganito pala, ganyan
Yeah.
pala.
Tama
And
naman.
I found out that, I'm not going to say being myself, but not really, I guess, caring what the other person thinks and just doing your best and just being genuine and interested in the other person. Yun yung turning point sa akin when it comes to relationship and talking with women. Sorry, nag-expand.
Oo nga, nag-expand ka na. Wala akong paliwanag. I share the same sentiment with Roma. Go for it talaga. Sa akin, kung ayaw, wag. Kung gusto, go. Yun lang, diba? Alright,
Kasi
now,
go on. No, kasi I think either whichever part of your life, it's very important that you don't have any regrets, so that you won't blame anyone for whatever you decide. Parang kung ano man yung pinagdesisyonan mo sa buhay mo, it's very important that wala kang biniblame.
that's true.
Yun lang.
Take ownership. Be accountable.
Yes.
Correct.
Yes.
Ito naman, siguro for us girls, sa partners, do you prefer boxers or briefs? Wala.
Wala. Wala.
Hindi yung answer ko wala.
Oo,
Fun fact
wala.
for everyone here, and I'm not sure how people are going to respond or how they're going to begin looking at me now. No? I would also say, same thing, kay Roma, wala. Like,
Wala.
I'm in the house, 30% of the goddamn time, I'm naked. I sleep naked.
Diba?
Sabi ni Roma, no regrets, diba? Ito na, no regrets. I sleep naked, no regrets, alright? So, and I sleep for a long time. Like 10 hours, yun.
Oo, ikaw, Roma. Anong answer mo? Wala.
Wala nga.
Wala pala tong question na to eh. Okay, eto na. Okay. Intense and passionate or rough and wild?
Rough and wild. Hindi.
Wow, queen.
Rough and wild din.
Rough and wild.
Yeah.
Ako intense and passionate.
Wow.
Proud. Right? Bakit?
Wala, parang feel
Parang
na
hindi naman.
Nilaglag sa live live
Okay,
stream,
parang
ano ba
may
yan?
conflict kata sa personal, whatever.
Hindi, sige. Okay, Roma. So, you said, rough and wild.
Maganda yung sinasalya ko sa dingding ganyan.
Oo, di ba yung mawawasiwas ka?
Right?
Nabalibag ka sa kama.
Oo.
Okay, nagkakauntugan kayo.
Oh my God, it's 4 p.m. and we're talking.
Right? Yung nababasag yung salamin.
Huwag naman wala namang basagan dyan. Basta, it's okay to be rough, basta don't hurt yourself, guys.
Okay. We try.
Totoo. Okay.
Yeah, oo.
Ito na, speaking of the rough and wild, no? Take control or be dominated?
I take control.
Wow!
The bitch is not dominated.
Talaga tayo.
The bitch is
Pareho tayo.
hindi ako talaga na dominante ako eh. Sorry naman.
Actually, sorry. Go.
Yeah. No, I mean dominante ako. So in a way, like,
Pati sa Oo. Love it!
Yeah, that's why I'm happy that the partner that was given to me, or I was blessed with a partner na sobrang understanding and sobrang haba ng patience, because I remember one time my former boss told me that, you're so dominant, you need a partner who's very patient and who can, put up with your kung lang sabihin niya shits. Talaga.
That's true.
Pero totoo. Kasi if I will have someone like with a very, well, of course, strong personality din naman. But the person knows how to handle me. Because if parehong-pareho kami, like super pareho kami, I think there's a possibility that we might clash.
That's
and
true.
sobrang magiging away-bati yung relationship namin. So I'm very thankful that, I'm blessed with a partner na sobrang understanding and patient talaga.
Shout out naman sa partner mo.
Yes.
Yeah.
At 10 points! points, husband. Hi,
Now,
Mr. Miclat.
This is in history, man. So, i-earmark na lang natin yung time, no? Within the ano, right? So, it's 48, it's between 47 to 49 minutes. Ayan, 48 minutes. There you go. Andyan pala sa
Shout
Yeah,
out.
Yes.
Siguro this man in your life also very amazing to be able to to love you and take care of you and nurture you. Oh, bongga.
Natagalan ako, girl.
Bago makarating.
Hindi, natagalan niya to be with me. Like,
he was able to. Oh, I'm sure naman. I'm sure.
Oo.
Sure. Oh, ikaw.
Dominated.
gandahan mo sagot.
Dominated ako.
Gusto
Actually,
mo mag-dominate ka?
May context
Buti na
kasi.
lang.
May context kasi, right? Sige, sumagot ka muna. Kasi my context.
May paliwanag ka na naman eh.
Naging defensive na nga ako eh.
Ako din, take control.
Take control.
Take
Okay.
control yung sa akin.
That's why dominated is my answer. Okay. When siguro like before we were in a relationship, definitely was taking control, being assertive and leading on, right? But because I know na si M is a very such a character, actually like an acquired taste, parang black coffee.
Grabe. Acquired taste talaga.
Yeah. So I felt like it would be better na I be dominated, especially in that area of intimacy.
Okay.
Ganon.
But sa general relationship-wise, do you feel the same?
Really? I
Yung
think,
handling a
I
relationship.
think pantay tayo.
Yeah,
Which is very important.
Right? There are certain points or times na mas gusto ko si Alex yung nagli-lead, and then there are certain times na I feel like I wanna step up. Ganun din ba sa inyo?
Yes. I was about to say that that's one good thing about when you find the right partner for you, because you don't really overstep each other. Because, again, partner is the word, because equal kayo sa relationship. Walang babae, walang lalaki. Like, when you decide what do you want us to do, not what do you want me to do, laging dalawa kayo. So that's a very good sign of
That's
you're in a
awesome.
good relationship.
That's awesome.
That's true.
Yes.
Na-realize ko rin yung word na ginamit mo, yung partner. It's so, it's a lot more powerful than to talk in such a way na you're the boyfriend, you're the girlfriend, or the husband or the wife. Partner, parang for me, it feels like there's more ownership and accountability to it.
Yes, and there's so much respect.
Yeah,
Respect.
respect. Tama yun.
Oh my God, yeah.
Yes,
high five.
very important. High five.
Love that.
Okay.
Yes.
Yung last optional, spit or swallow.
What? Paano ko sasagutin yun?
Oh, bakit?
I invoke my right to
Bakit?
Wala.
Paano daw niya sasagutin? Bakit? Hindi mo ba matasagot yun?
Okay, sige.
Okay, guys,
Roma.
kayo na lang sumagot.
Optional lang yun. Optional.
Yes, optional.
Ako,
Gusto ko mo yun.
for the past few months, it's been spit. For the past few months.
Hindi ko kinakaya.
Oh my God.
Grabe, may nagpapawisan ako sa guesting na to.
Charot lang yun. Ikaw
Ah,
naman,
yeah,
hindi ka
yeah,
naman
yeah.
sumagot masyado. Charot lang yun.
I-comment mo na lang o i-chat mo na lang sa amin yung sagot mo.
Private.
Oh, yan. Ikaw, sagutin mo yan.
Hindi na, okay na yun. Pakimi ako.
Okay.
Ako, ang sagot ko, whatever you like.
Yan.
Yeah, no, di ba?
An appropriate answer.
Diba? Siyempre. Versatile.
Again, guys, at 4 p.m.
Diba?
4 in the afternoon.
Kumusta naman?
Alright.
Family day.
Yeah, nakakatawa. Anyway, yun, that's
Yeah.
it for Fast Talk. Thank you for being so game, no? I actually think that you already gave a lot of wonderful insights and shared it with us. Ang ganda ng mga points natin, no?
Thank you.
Sorry, hindi ko natiis to have Roma
Nagpaliwanag.
process.
Yeah.
Oo, hindi ko natiis kasi yung mga sagot mo, ang gaganda eh. Ang ganda ng mga sagot mo, Roma eh. So,
Thank
you
you.
know what I mean? Like, and you explaining it and expounding on it, it's new to me, to us. And yeah, I think it's about time we get into it.
Yeah.
No?
So Roma would like to ask you like a question na so 'di ba nag-pandemic? Were you locked down with your husband?
Yes, yes.
Was it the first time na nagstay kayo together for a long time?
No,
Like yung 4 hours?
we're very clingy in the relationship, and ever since we've met, like day one, sobrang siguro there was the longest that we've not been together talaga magkasama was, I think, more than a month. That was it. But every day talaga magkasama kami.
As in, like
Yes.
full days.
Yes.
That's awesome.
That's
I know,
good.
no. But I mean, but the pandemic is different.
Yun na. That's what I wanted to ask. Na parang, so, was it like a shift? Was it a change for you guys in terms of, your couple dynamics?
You know what's funny about, sort of, I would say funny about the lockdown is that even though you've been together for us kasi we've been together for 13 years.
Wow, 13 years. Couple.
Yes.
Hashtag sana all.
Yeah.
Sana
been-
all.
We've been together for 13 years, pero with the lockdown, sobrang nakakagulat kasi there are so many things that you will still discover about your partner. And sometimes, for the longest time, nung 2020 kami, medyo talagang sunod-sunod. There was a time na nagkakainisan kami.
Right.
Because familiarity, the famous saying na, familiarity breeds contempt talaga. Sometimes, because we are believers that, you have to enjoy your space. I'm gonna enjoy my space.
Tama.
Yeah, but of course, with the pandemic, every day, paggising mo pa lang, almusal, tanghalian, merienda, hapon, magkakasama kayo. And there will be something that's gonna tick you sa isa't isa. But the beautiful thing about it is you go through it together, you understand each other, and then you move forward. Naintindihan mo mas lalo yung partner mo. And I think the lockdown helped us grow closer pa. Kasi again, like I said, we're very clingy. Sobrang, we know each other. Oo. Sobra.
Nandyan ba siya?
Nasa labas.
I want to meet that super cool guy.
Very shy type si Mr. Miclat.
Shy type.
Shy type. Introvert yun eh. Ako yung sobrang opposite niya.
Oh, compliment nga kayo, diba? That's good. I would agree with you, Roma, na it's a different challenge altogether when you're really 24/7 together. Right?
Yes.
No matter,
Oh my gosh.
diba? No matter how, say, loving you are to each other, matetes at matetes talaga how you are as a couple, as partners, because wala kayong choice. Nandun lang kayo forever. Diba? Oh, what do you have to say about it?
90% of our, I think 90% of our relationship so far.
Oh, kasi nga pandemic couple kami, di ba?
Oh,
So,
so we got together on, like, when was it?
Parang April,
or
April.
somewhere around there. Then we got engaged. And then I think
Congratulations,
it was
by the
later.
way.
Thank you. I think it was like a month later, she moved in with me.
Oo, kasi nahihirapan kami magkita ng pandemic. So, parang sabi niya, just stay here for muna. Hindi pa ngayon
Then, hindi na siya
permanent. Then, nag-propose na siya. So, hindi na uwi.
Hindi ka na pinakawalan. Oo.
So, sobrang nakaka-relate kami sa'yo, Roma, because yun nga, 24/7, something is bound to tick or something is bound to happen. And it does. But the thing is, we do go through it together, and at the end of the day, well, not even at the end of the day, but at the end of that heat of the moment, we realize that we're still in it together.
That's
Now,
true.
we're
Yes.
partners. Natuto na ako.
Yes.
Yes, tama.
Right?
It's
Sige,
a
I have a follow-up.
it's a
Sorry.
sorry. It's a choice that you make whether to pull through together or bala ka dyan. Ganon.
Tama. Ayun.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Speaking of
Yes.
which, I have like a follow-up question to that. So, di ba yun nga, growing together, growing closer during the pandemic. If you have like top 3 tips for couples na ganun yung struggle na, magkasama na sila sa bahay, they're just always there, always together. How would you manage? How would you handle it?
That's a good question.
Alam mo, siguro first would be don't parang you put humor in your relationship. That's for me that's a very very
Love it.
ano,
Love it.
oo, sobrang important ang humor. Like for example, you just send each other memes, or when you find something funny, you say, oh, this is so funny. Alam mo yun, kasi it lifts the mood, ganyan. And humor will, it changes the relationship for some reason. Whatever it is, maybe dark humor man yung tinatawanan nyo, or sobrang slapstick humor. Diba? It's very important that you have humor in your relationship. And then I would say this one I got from the book that I was reading, Walk Like a Buddha. Ang sabi nila, no matter how long your relationship is, married man yan or engaged kayo, you should treat your partner as if you are, just dating him or her. So ibig sabihin, you'll always be open to know the person well. Kumbaga, ano ba? Ngayon, ano bang ginagawa mo? What's going on with your work? Ano bang pinagkakaabalahan mo ngayon? You find ways to discover, kasi 'di ba, most of the long-term or matagal na talagang couple, parang nagkakasawaan. I think I agree with the author when he said na minsan kasi masyado kang nagiging kampante. That you forgot na, alam mo yon, people change. 10 years ago, say Alex is a different person. 10 years after, since you've been together, definitely may changes yan. Same with M. So, ganon. Like, you always treat na parang you should always be eager to find out what's going on with your partner. Genuinely.
Yeah.
For context, 10 years ago, I probably would not swipe right there.
Ako din, lalo na ako.
Kasi humor
Okay, so what's the third one?
Yeah.
If you have a third one.
The third one would be, cook together or find something, the activity nyo together. And it's just gonna be you guys, no one else, not with a friend, not with a family member, but just you guys. Kami, we love going to the grocery is not a task for us, it's a bonding for us. And then cooking together. Yun talaga. Like sometimes we would do, sige nga, mas masarap yung luto mo. Hindi, mas masarap yung luto ko. And then we will cook together. Yun. Ever since nagkakilala kami hanggang sa ngayon, we do that. And that's something that we really enjoy. Sometimes we just have coffee. Yun. And then, basta together lang kami. Kasi nga clingy kami. But we do things sometimes separately, but still in the same room, or, just... Yeah, let the time pass, having coffee, that's it. Basta enjoy time together.
I love that. It sounds so satisfying.
It sounds so sana all labol. Sana all labol.
Sana all naman din at comment.
Diba? Baka may mga mag-comment naman sa viewers natin, sana all.
Right?
Guys, kaya nyo yan. It's a choice that you make every day.
I agree with
Kami
you.
naman ni Em, alam mo ba, Roma, and for everyone else listening, yung first date namin ni Em was in the grocery. We did groceries
Kasi
together.
pandemic, diba? So,
Oo,
groceries
Yeah, we did the groceries together. And we were like freaking like a month in, or I don't know, a month and a half in our relationship. Sabi ko parang bilis na ito.
Yeah, I said, sabi ko, ang intimate naman ito, grocery together na agad. Bagong date pa lang, ganun. No, but I agree with you on all points. Like, humor, sobrang totoo. Because, I think it really keeps the fire. When you're able to laugh together, no matter how silly. Minsan nga, sorry pero minsan parang, we have like internal jokes, diba? Alam mo,
You have a language na kayong dalawa lang, diba?
Sarili yung dialogue.
Diba? Internal jokes. Minsan nga, yun nga, dark humor na. But yeah, I agree that really humor is very helpful. Meme tagging, sabi nga ni Alex, our love language.
Yeah,
So,
sabi nyo
pag
kanina is
umaga,
the sixth language of love already, diba?
Oo,
Exactly,
diba?
exactly.
So pag gising ko sa umaga, dami kong tags. Kasi nauna ako matulog sa kanya, diba nga, early bird siya, night owl. Pag gising naman niya, ang dami ko nang natag sa kanya.
Oo, hindi ko na nga nadadaanan din lahat kasi I use Facebook for business. So, dami ko talaga notifications na receive. And then, minsan naiisip ko, kawawa naman yung mga tinag niya sa akin, tapos hindi nag-reply.
Ito nga nakakatawa, minsan double tagging. Natag mo na, tapos tatag mo siya ulit na hindi mo na
Parang
alam.
ganun nagawa ko yun.
Yeah, but I agree.
So, yun, right? Is it my turn to ask?
Yeah,
Naging
sure.
Q&A pala, Roma. No? This is a particular question that I ask most people, not just in a relationship sense, no? But I think it's a good question for you to answer. I think you would love to answer this. What's it like to be on the receiving end of you in a relationship?
What do you mean? What do you mean
Like-
receiving end?
Like, what's it like to be Mr. Miclat receiving you?
What do you think in your theory?
Oh my gosh.
Oh, di ba ang ganda
Tingin mo lang.
self-reflective
Tingin mo lang.
question?
In my theory, I think I'm ano pa na ba? I
Sige.
think I'm difficult to handle. I think for him, it's gonna I'm a challenge for him.
Really?
Talaga parang minsan parang natetest ko yung patience ng tao. Ni Mr. Miclat. No, but at the same time, kasi I grew up then seeing my mom, taking care of my father, and I do that to him. Parang I guess parang box na sobrang maraming surprises sometimes.
Yeah.
So yon. But I think at the same time nakikita niya ako as a strong woman. And he's not the one thing that I really love about it is he's not undermining me. And alam mo yung meron kami kasing thinking sa isa't isa na let's say we're not together and we have to make a decision. Parang for us, alam namin sa isa't isa na I know he's a very intelligent person and I truly trust his judgment and I know he's gonna do the right thing. Yun kaming dalawa. And I think he's the same with me. Na parang alam ko naman na mamimili ka ng tama kasi you're not stupid. That's a joke for us. Bakit? Ganun kami minsan. Bakit mahal? Stupid ka ba? Ganun kami. Yun
Oh my
yung
God.
ano namin
Gawin ko nga yun
talaga.
sa'yo. Bakit?
Yun yung mga
Stupid ka
internal
ba?
dialogue.
Oo, ganun talaga. Pero I mean for us it's not degrading kasi talaga naman oo, hindi naman ako stupid. Tsaka hindi naman ako pumili ng tanga. So I know, oo nga no, 'di ba? So
Tama.
it pushes you to become one better when it comes to decision making and it's adding up when you know that your partner is trusting your decision.
Tama.
So yun.
I agree.
Awesome.
I agree.
You answered that very well, actually. Roma.
Thank you.
Right. Pwede pa follow up din. Nag-follow up. Okay lang ba
Sure,
mag-follow up
sure.
din ako?
Sure.
So, Mr. Miclat can describe you in one sentence. What do you think that sentence would be?
Difficult.
Okay, wait
Difficult
lang.
talaga.
Before you answer, why am I
Sige.
asking these questions? Kasi
Yes.
I don't think relationships are one-sided.
Tama.
And it's
Yes.
important to have the perception and the empathy, or even at least the slightest or remote idea that you know, or at least have an idea of what your partner thinks about you, how he or she feels about you. And I think that's extremely, extremely important. So I guess I'm also asking, so you can also gauge how aware you are in your relationship. Ganun. So, yeah,
And I
in
love
one
it. I love
sentence.
yung iba yung attack nyo dun sa idea. I like the way you presented
Diba?
the question. Oo. So
Yeah.
your question is if he will
Describe you in one sentence. What do you think he will say? Yeah.
oh my gosh. Napaisip
Pag-isipan
talaga
mo
ako.
muna.
Oo,
Gusto mo
pag-isipan ko
tayo
muna.
muna. Try natin
Sige,
tayo
kayo muna.
dalawa.
Kayo muna.
Sige,
Okay.
okay.
Kayo muna.
Yeah.
Sa tingin mo, if I will describe you in one sentence, what would I say? And I can validate. Charot!
Ako muna. Ako
Ah.
muna sasagot. Okay. If you can describe me in one sentence,
O, tingnan mo, ang hirap,
Tingnan mo
diba?
na, ang hirap, diba?
Pahirapan mo si Rona.
Kala mo dyan, Alex, ha?
Kasi there's a maganda answer and then there's a
Sige lang,
Sige.
tanggap
Doon tayo sa
namin yan.
true. Oo, sa true.
I would say na M would describe me as a guy na who really knows what he wants
Mm-hmm.
and knows how to take care of the relationship, but can sometimes be a freaking asshole douchebag.
Yeah, exactly that. Exactly that.
Admit ko
Wala
naman,
ka babaguhin.
I can get to a point where ano kasi like I can really be a douchebag. I can get to that point.
Mm-hmm.
And I, for one, am truly lucky and blessed to be with someone who is not intimidated or even slightly disgusted by that. No? But instead, she makes an effort na intindihin ako. Instead, she makes an effort to ask me bakit ganyan yung reaction ko. Instead of like overreacting or
Yeah.
responding in such a way na mag-aaway kami. Like that.
Yeah. Tama. I would say that's pretty accurate. At saka, just to build up on that point. Kasi for me, di ba, pag pinili mo eh. All the
Yes.
good, all the bad. Di ba?
Yes, that's a very important.
Di ba?
Oo.
Ayun. Okay,
Tama.
sige, your
Ako,
turn.
ako feeling ko sasabihin mo na you would describe me as a partner na sobrang iyakin.
Really?
Yeah, a little bit.
Really?
Oo, hindi, kasi, I'm highly emotional. Hindi,
Yeah.
I would say na you probably will describe me as a woman who is very hardworking, knows how to find a way to, build a life for us, also, like, maintain the home and maintain our finances, etc. But at the same time, someone who, yun nga, needs to learn how to manage her emotions better.
Parang
Yeah.
pareho kami ni M.
To attest to that, yes, I do validate that. I do validate that, just so everyone knows. I do validate that every single word that came out of M's mouth. I do validate especially the part where she's extremely independent, no? In such a way where, yeah, she can maintain the home, the finances, her job, everything. She's juggling so many things. You know, M, she's got like freaking, you got like 4 jobs right now?
Yeah, plus
5
one.
jobs.
Wow.
Yeah. 4 or 5,
Hustler.
she's juggling 4 to 5 jobs right now.
Go,
It's
girl.
crazy.
Grabe.
Woman's
Yeah.
like, so
Yeah,
it's crazy.
5.
And at the same time, she's handling yung mga kailangan gawin sa bahay, magluto. Kasi ang specific task ni M sa bahay is magluto. Ako yung taga-hugas, taga-tago. For crap. So, yun. And her doing that, it's just up to this day, even though we're engaged or even though ganyan, or even though I've been living with her for 24/7 for the past, I guess, 6 months, yeah, that still hasn't ceased to amaze me how she can do so much things. How she can do so much things. And at the same time, at the end of the day or at the middle of the day, anytime during the day, be able to give me the love na hindi tainted from the toxicity of her 5 jobs.
Aww.
So, damn! Right?
Swerte mo, di ba?
Guy,
ganun,
oo.
diba?
Swerte mo, guy.
Yes.
Your turn. Oh, sana allable din yun, guys. Type nyo na,
Sana
sana
all.
all. Sabay-sabay
Yes.
tayo.
Allable, right?
Okay, ikaw naman, Roma. If Mr. Miclat would describe you,
I would say, if it's gonna describe me, siguro sabihin niya, siguro, ano to, arte magsalita, siguro, ganyan. And I think he would describe me as, a strong-willed woman who goes after, who can do well with whatever he puts her mind on. But at the same time, I should believe in myself and stop self-deprecation. Yun yung lagi niya sinasabi sa akin, na parang, ano ka ba? You should believe in what you do. You should believe in your skills. Kasi, if not, walang gagawa nun for you. Parang ganon. yun. That's what he's gonna say. So yun. Yes, yeah.
Wala na naman yung audio namin. Wait lang.
Yeah, sure.
For some reason.
Oo nga, ano ba yan? They're testing
Ayan,
us.
teka lang. Can you hear us?
Yes.
Bakit gano'n? Nawawala yung audio namin. That's so funny. Wait lang po Ma'am Sir. Wait a minute.
It's okay.
Sige, wait lang. Pero hindi ko marinig si Roma. Sandali.
Usapang Mr. Miclat na
Oo
kasi.
nga
Oo.
diba?
Oo. Hi,
Yes,
Mr. Miclat.
Okay. Pasensya na, parang biglang naglolo ko
Yeah.
yung aming
Better.
Yes.
Okay, ayan. Okay. Sige. So that's really great. I think ang ganda ng mga questions natin doon.
Yes, I loved I love the questions and how you presented it.
So
Sobrang
kung si Mr. Miclat, paano mo siya i-describe?
siya, very self-assured, and sometimes, that's one thing that I really admire pagdating dyan sa taong yan talaga, when it comes to him. Kasi parang, he's so sure about himself, not, for example, kasi for me, for example, when someone say, "Oy, you did something great," ganyan, ako, ang persona ko, grabe ka naman, hindi naman. Like, I feel very shy. But for him, like, sabi nga niya, siya yung nagtuturo sa akin na, if you did well, and it's really good, bakit ka mahihiya? Diba?
Right.
Pinagpaguran mo yan. You put your time and effort on that. Bakit mo sasabihin, hindi naman? It's the other way naman talaga. So, you should, yung tinuturo niya sa akin. Makapal ang mukha ko, pero I still need to, work on my, the way I see myself. And I love that thing about him. Yun nga, self-assured siya, and he is a very, good provider. And his language of love, hindi man siya very, hindi siya very sweet talaga, but he makes sure that I have everything that I need. Whatever aspect man yan, support, moral support, if he needs to be there, basta nandun siya, yun. But he's not the, flowers and chocolate kind of guy. Definitely not. But okay na yun. Okay, I'm very, very happy with him. I don't want to change anything about him. Yun siya eh. And that's one thing that I love about him. So, yun talaga. Oh my God! Why is he so mabango on this, Kaya
Talaga,
nga!
ipapanood mo to kay Mr.
Ang
Miclat.
pogi naman yan.
Kaya nga!
Diba?
Yeah. That's why, alam mo one thing din, ha? I'm not sure if Alex is, is gamer. Because wala akong issue or wala akong reklamo doon sa partner ko. I also understand his love for gaming, because that's the only thing that really, he really likes doing pag wala siyang work. So I support that. Enabler din ako when it comes to his gaming, when it comes to yun. Which is,
I agree. Maliit lang na bagay naman, 'di ba? Kasi 'di ba, parang alam mo yung mga pambebe, na, Dota o ako. Oh my God! Why would you do that? Diba?
True, yes.
Support mo sa mga hobbies. Actually, that's one thing I appreciate din about Alex. Kasi nga, there's a running joke sa aming dalawa. Nagbibilangan tayo ng if we support each other sa hobbies natin. Ako kasi ang hobby ko, pag wala kang ginagawa, either manood ng cooking show or murder mystery, ganyan, mga true crime. So now, siya nanonood na rin siya with me ng true crime. Sabi ba naman niya sa akin, yun, tinamang sinusupport kita sa hobbies mo. Ako kasi, hindi pa ako nag-immerse ng sarili ko sa mga games niya. Hindi ko alam ko yung mga nilalaro niya.
I immerse myself with all of her hobbies, like all the videos that she watches on social media, lahat ng, yung mga true crime na pinapanood sa social media, tapos sa Netflix din.
Yeah.
We're currently watching Mindhunter. We just finished watching The Unabomber. And na-intriga ako. I like that stuff kasi it has a lot to do with psychology, which I'm into.
Yes.
And I was able to find my own significant meaning and common ground with her, with M's hobbies. And I'm like, okay, paano naman ako?
So now ang project ko pala, aralin yung mga hobbies niya kahit papaano on a certain level.
Yeah.
I guess,
But it's
then, diba? Compromise, diba?
Yes. And it's gonna make you closer. See, not naman necessarily that you're gonna play the game, but for example, when he says, there's a new game coming this month, I think I'm gonna get that. And yeah, sure, whatever. If that makes you happy. Kasi ako ganun. Yeah, sure. Minsan, madalas ako pa bumibili. Before,
Ako
when
din.
uso pa
Gusto
yung
ko ganun na
disc.
lang. Bilan.
Diba? Oo.
Oh my God, yeah, you did.
Yeah. Actually, one thing I'm gonna share kasi he's gaming. Tapos, he's doing PC game. And when the PS5 was released, hindi ako masyadong umeffort kasi usually whenever there's a console release, I would buy the thing for him. So pag uwi niya, nandun na yun, ganyan. Tapos, neto, sabi niya, gusto niya pala. So, hindi siya naka-order. Na out of stock siya. Kaya sabi ko, I didn't know. Kasi all the while, akala ko he's very happy with his PC gaming. And sabi ko, next time, you tell me. Kasi gano'n na, I mean, I think nag-level up na talaga yung relationship namin na, if you want something, you tell me. Wag ka nang, you know what, alam mo, ang ganda nito, no? Parang maganda, no? Hindi na kami gano'n. Ayoko na gano'n, no? I think, like, I like this. I think I'm gonna get it. Or can you get this for me? Ganun na yung levels. So, kasi again, we've been together for more than 10 years. So, alam mo yun, meron na talagang changes the way you talk to each other. And yun, we appreciate honesty talaga. Honesty is very good in a relationship. Minsan ayaw mo, pero you have to.
Totoo naman yun. Oh, that's so nice.
Yeah,
So, Alex, when you want
we do that
something, you ask Em. Ganun talaga.
Sa
Nako.
Roma, sa pagkain. Ganun ako, like,
Oo.
gusto ko yan, order tayo nito, order tayo yan, kain tayo dito, kain tayo yan. Okay ako dun. But if it's like, let's say like material things for me, I think that's I think I have room for improvement there.
That's something kasi that ako kasi very, giver talaga ako. Hindi ko naman top love language yung gifts, pero I'm happy to just, gusto mo ba nun? Sige, wala naman sa discussion na, bakit saan mo gagamitin? Wala na akong ganun. If you want it, let's get it. Lalo na pagka, 5 jobs naman yung ginagawa mo. Diba? Why not, diba?
Oo.
So, parang hindi siya sanay sa gano'n na like nakapamper ka in that way. So, parang ako, well, you have me now. So,
that's not just pampering. That's also a way of supporting your partner sa mga gusto niya. And besides, sometimes naman, especially for gaming, like when they don't like it anymore, they can sell it. They can, and then get some money and, buy whatever they want the next time, diba? So, ako yun. As long as it's sensible, it's not stupid. Ganun lang naman yun.
Yeah, exactly.
As long as it's sensible na it's really not a waste of money. And if it's gonna be...
doon ka, mahal, stupid ka ba?
Yes!
That was a good one.
Yeah, totoo. Ayun.
That was a good one. I totally agree. Although sa totoo lang, I think with gaming with Mia, medyo hindi pa ako nakakapag-totally commit to it pa. Kasi M is working 5 jobs, I'm working 3.
I say, wow, grabe hustlers.
Actually, sa harap ng, so we're facing, the laptop and the camera is facing the wall.
Yes.
But this is actually our mini office here. Sobrang work mode kami dito sa bahay. In fact, it would be productive for us to take a staycation so that we can stop working.
Kasi pag nasa bahay kami, dahil naka-work from home setup kami, parang we feel compelled to work. So, minsan nag-staycation kami.
Exactly.
Like yung tipong minsan, it's a Sunday, I'm just gonna have coffee, I'll just check, emails. The next thing, nagre-reply na yan. Wala na.
Exactly.
Hindi ka naman tayo.
And I'm not like ambition shaming. No, it's just ito kami. And I think the reason why we jive and click so well kami ni M. And apparently you now that we're talking, kasi nagkakaintindihan tayong lahat eh. We just love to work. We just love to work, and we found a tribe that also appreciates the same thing.
Yeah.
Right?
I was about to say, yun na kaya kayo the reason why you you understood each other and parang you got together is because you found things na pareho kayo.
Yes.
Yun yung importante. Diba?
Yes.
Like, parang, I think it's the number one criteria for me. You have to just find someone who's a match. Literally. Kaya nga, diba, swipe right, ganyan, who's a match. Kasi, kung kunwari, ikaw, you're a strong, independent woman, you're very, empowered, so you would want your partner to be able to match that, na in a sense na kaya kang i-support, who's patient with you, diba? So, in the same way, like, kunwari, if you're a person, a single woman who wants lambing and clinginess. Ang pagiging clingy kasi may binabagayan yan eh. Diba? There are a lot of people na hindi clingy. Ayaw nila nun yung parang nagpo-post sa social media or laging magkadikit. Ako gusto ko yon, and I'm so lucky that, Alex is totally
okay with it.
Game. Oo. Diba? And nagiging clingy na rin.
Most of the time, I'm okay with it.
Oh, yeah.
Most of the time.
Yeah.
And when we're not working.
At saka, it's
we have
also...
room for one more question ata, no?
Sige,
yes.
Yeah, go ahead, Roma.
I
You
know.
have something to say?
Yeah, I'm gonna add lang na it's also nice to find a partner who's not afraid to show the support sa isang babae na who's, strong-willed. Na hindi sila, they're not afraid that it's gonna degrade their manhood if they support a woman.
Insecure.
Yes, not insecure. That's the word. Yes.
Totally.
And a lot of things in personally, in fact, and professionally din, na gumanda sa, not just gumanda, umangat din sa buhay ko because of M.
Ano yung sinabi mong quote kahapon dun sa friend mo na nag-interview sa'yo sa podcast? Behind every great man
is an even greater woman.
Tayo
Yes.
yan. Tayo yan.
Yes.
Just look at, like, you could look at icons like Conor McGregor or Barack Obama.
Yeah.
Sila, those are the men that would not be where they are if it wasn't for their partner. Diba?
Yes.
Kaya, yun, I really subscribe to that. And it's really great to be around you two queens right now. No? One of these days, I'll talk to Mr. Miclat. Kami na maybe mag-games kami. One of these times. Right?
Virtual coffee date.
Why not?
I have one question I've been dying to ask you, Roma.
Yeah.
What's one thing recently that you needed to unlearn to make your relationship better with Mr. Miclat? What's one thing recently that you needed to unlearn? Siguro perhaps last year na lang kasi 2020 was a crazy year. Is there anything last year that you needed to unlearn to help make your relationship with Mr. Miclat more loving, harmonious, ganyan?
I would say just because he's not saying something, it means it's okay, or he's not affected emotionally. Because that's one thing that I siguro one big thing that I learned about the relationship. Because there was a point where, oh my God, oversharing na to. I'm sorry.
That's what LoveStream is for. Talaga, genuine and authentic conversation.
Oo. Kasi we had this small misunderstanding. Because I made an assumption that he didn't care.
Okay.
And then, parang after the misunderstanding, I realized na I hurt his feelings because I assumed that he did not care. Well, in fact, he cared. Kaya lang, the way he said it to me, parang sinabi niya, parang he said na, he was telling me that it's not the way to do. Parang ba? How would I say it? Parang sinasabi niya na, he sort of teaching me na, hindi kasi ganito yan. But I was taking it negatively because I'm too emotional.
And personally.
And that very moment. And then sabi ko pa, parang ang counter ko sa kanya was, no, kasi you didn't care. Ganon. And he was, and I realized na for siguro a couple of times, parang nasabi ko sa kanya na parang wala ka namang pake. And he was yun pala, he got hurt din kasi he always cared. Alam mo yung mga ganun, parang lagi naman akong may pake.
yes,
Ikaw lang
yes.
naman ang nagsasabi. Alam mo yun? No, but you know, I mean, just because men are not very vocal with their feelings, i-assume na natin na wala talaga silang pake. Meron yan, girls. Merong pake yan. Lalo na kung mahal na mahal ka ng partner mo. They care. Sometimes they just don't, they just can't find the right words or the right way of expressing their feelings. Not that they're afraid to be, parang alam mo yung mabawasan again yung pagkalalaki nila, but it's just that their personality, and yon, I have to unlearn na hindi dahil hindi siya kumikibo, he don't care at
Wala na
all.
siya pake.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oo. In fact, he when you ask him, alam niya lahat eh. So, parang iba lang din kasi, you know, people are wired differently.
That's true.
He's an introvert, I'm an extrovert. I'm very vocal with my feelings. He's not. But we work together, you know. We make it work. So, yon, I have to unlearn, I have to not assume, you know, things. So, yon. Oo.
Yeah, ikaw din.
So,
M. Wala, may masabi lang. Kaya lang, right? Thank you. It's been
Ikaw,
such
you
a
have
learning
an answer to
experience.
that?
Yeah, something that I had to unlearn. Yeah, be less of a douchebag. I can ano kasi, I'm a joker. I like to joke.
Yung humor niya, borderline
Oo.
It's not for everyone. Yung humor
Yeah.
is not for everyone.
Ako, acquired taste din ako. Di ba sinabi ko acquired taste?
Yes.
Ako rin. Di ba? So, we're both, right?
pang private group lang yung mga jokes ni Alex.
OnlyFans lang ang joke. Yan yung mga ganyan. Minsan hindi na appropriate sa mga bagay-bagay. Pero, borderline kasi, minsan, nagjo-joke ako and hindi ko alam na nakakasakit na pala ako. Ay, hindi ako mindful sa mga, sa humor ko. Hindi ako mindful sa humor ko. So, that's what I had learned. That's just, yun yung New Year commitment ko. We were talking about New Year commitments kanina, di ba?
Yes,
Yun yung
I
New
heard
Year
it
commitment ko kay M na I'll be more mindful about the way I joke with my jokes, my humor, ganito, ganyan. Kasi, yun nga, hindi naman para sa lahat. And I have to notice if it's okay pa ba with you or baka ganito na, hindi ko alam. I don't want to hurt you. I just wanna laugh with you. And sometimes it turns out na ako lang yung tumatawa and nasasaktan na pala si M. So, gano'n, di ba? I don't particularly feel, obviously I don't feel great about that. That's what I had to unlearn. Recently, like what is it, January 10, like 10 days ago.
Yeah.
What about you, M?
Ako naman, I'm still unlearning. I'm not saying na okay na, but yun nga, I've made the commitment to unlearn it. Yun nga, taking things personally, masyado, lalo sa amin. Ewan ko ba, parang, kino-comment niya nga minsan na parang, may times na kung mag-isip ako, parang mag-jowa pa rin yung feeling ko, hindi engaged na magpapakasal kami. Kasi parang, alam mo yun, palaging pag nag-aaway kami, like our small arguments, parang na-internalize ko masyado. Parang, parang may fear pa rin ako na makipag-break siya sa, yung gano'n. Oo, so parang, and you know, with his humor, parang minsan na-feel ko, parang, shit, hindi na ba niya ako gusto? Parang ganon. So yun yung commitment ko. Like, I really have to unlearn to take things personally, ganyan. Kasi, ewan ko ba, siguro, you know, parang, kasi nga, ang tagal ko din single. Before we got together, parang I was 2 years single, so I was just dating around. So parang sanay ako na konting lang, okay, bye. Alam mo yun, konting argument lang. Parang, hindi siya, it's not something that we work out. And now, parang, I'm continuously learning na.
Now you gotta fix a lot of light bulbs.
Yeah, now it's not move to another house. Fix the light bulb, diba? So yun, that's one thing that I am learning.
Yeah. Parang naging focus group na eh.
Oh
my God! Alright.
But I had fun, guys. Sobra.
Ang dami ko natutunan sa'yo.
Yeah.
Queen Roma.
Queen Roma. Looking
Grabe
forward to
siya.
meeting Mr. Miclat one of these.
Yes.
Wala ba siya dyan? Pwede ba siya mag
Na-
special 1-minute appearance?
Nasa labas, nagluluto.
Ito! Okay.
Yeah, oo. He's,
Please earmark or have him watch 47 minutes onwards.
Yes.
Okay. Nandun kasi lahat ng talking points niya that's recorded.
Oh my gosh.
And everything. Oh my God. So it's extremely, we're going to close it the way we always do. Quickly talk about, siguro mention one or two takeaways.
Yeah,
May takeaways ako dito, Roma.
Sa mga listeners and viewers
Wow.
natin.
Sige.
Takeaway that you share.
Number one, ako muna, sana allable. That term. I'm like, whoa! Sana allable! That's a new hashtag. I love it. And then kay Roma, actually, this is not even a takeaway. It's like a reinforcement. Niremind mo sa akin, Roma, yung no regrets part. Sobrang I'm not even baffled, but it sparked, it re-sparked, if there's such a word. And you re-sparked the no regrets type within me. Kasi, as an entrepreneur, madaming imposter syndrome. But alam mo na yan, di ba? Maraming self-doubt, and maraming kine-question mo sarili mo all the time. And when you say no regrets, just do your best. Kumaga, that really resonated with me. Maraming salamat, na appreciate kita doon. Thank you.
Thank you too. Welcome, guys.
Ako naman, ang aking takeaway and something that I can share with everybody is rough and wild.
Kung may ka pang intense and passionate,
But on a serious note, sobrang akong na-appreciate that you pointed out na tama yon. Humor is very important in a relationship. You have to know how to laugh together, because when you get older, pag wala nang sex or wala nang night out together, or you're just taking care of the kids, at the end of the day, it's just you and your partner, and so that you have to find a way to really have fun together in the simplest ways, diba? So injecting humor in the relationship, and yun nga, parang just really trying to show support for one another, because wala naman, partners diba? Yun nga, partner kayo So if you're not supporting each other, then ano kayo, diba? Parang that's really one pillar of a relationship. It's not just about love mo ba siya, love ka ba niya. It's also about how you translate that love into support. Diba?
Yes.
Mindful humor.
Mindful humor and support. Path winner.
Yes.
Ano naman, Roma?
Well, I would like to mention yung sa Sana All. I think, guys, it is a joke on this episode, but it's possible to have a relationship that you really want, but know the very base of everything is knowing yourself and knowing what you want. Because if you don't know what you want, how can you even how can you expect someone to give it to you? Hindi mo nga alam yung gusto mo eh. So you should know what you want. So yun yung pinaka base, and the typical, you have to be whole in order to be in a good relationship. You don't find the rest of your parts, or you don't find the one who will complete you in a relationship. You have to be whole in order to offer yourself to your future partner, kung sino man yung partner nyo ngayon. And the takeaway is, kayo guys, I love that you said na you have, ano nga ang tawag nyo doon, yung babaguhin nyo this year?
Commitment.
Yeah, you have commitments. Oo. And is it right to assume na hindi nyo naman sinabi sa isa't isa yon? It's just a very your own thing.
That's right.
So that just proves that a person will change if they really want to, not because kasi girlfriend ko na si ganito, or kasi boyfriend ko na si ganito. No, if the person will change, he or she will change because he or she wants it, to be a better person. And when you find the right partner, it's easier for you to do that.
Exactly. I love that.
Yes.
Oh my God.
Such a wonderful episode of the LoveStream. Roma, do you want to share where our viewers and listeners can reach you? Your
Yes.
social media handles and everything.
Again, Em and Alex, thank you for this opportunity. So yes, to all who are watching or who are listening to this, please follow, subscribe, and follow the Roma Miclat Podcast. You can find me on Facebook, Instagram. I have my vidcast on YouTube, and you can listen to the podcast on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, or wherever you're getting your podcast fix. So yun lang. Nakakalat
Love
ako, guys.
that.
Hanapin nyo na lang ako.
I
love that. What can we, is there anything that you would like to share to your fans and Stories After Swipe Right listeners then? What they can expect from your season 6?
Oh, yeah. Well, season 6, as I said in my previous announcement, it's gonna be different because, as you know, the Roma Miclat Podcast is a lifestyle podcast. So basically, I talk about everything under the sun. It may be books, travel, whatever experience that is. And sometimes I do have 5 questions with my guests. But season 6 is gonna be different because I will focus on love and relationship, not just, between 2 people, but different types of love, mother and daughter, self-love, self-care, friendship. There are different types of love. Hindi lang tayo nakafocus sa relasyon ng mag-asawa, ng mag-boyfriend. We will explore that on season 6. And I'm very, very excited for this season kasi alam mo yung when it comes to topic of love and relationship, very broad and sobrang exciting siya pag-usapan. 'Di ba? And I want to find ways to make it or present the topics sa audience ng mas may excite sila and makaka-relate sila ng bongga.
Love it. And we're also equally excited to be one of your guests in season 6. We'd like to get you as well. So naka-record na. Okay na. Alright.
Yes! Again, this is not the last and the first time that you will see the 3 of us. Itong tong gulo na to. We will have Emma and Alex on the Roma Miclat Podcast. So abangan nyo yan, guys. Please support us and listen to that episode.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you, everybody. Again, we'd like to thank all of our viewers, our listeners. Don't forget, you can follow us at Stories After Swipe Right. We are on Spotify and our Facebook, LinkedIn, and YouTube and Instagram. And stay tuned for a great season 2 for all of you guys. And thank you for staying with us on this Sunday afternoon. Roma, thank you so much.
Thank you. Congratulations, guys.
Right.
Thank you. Bye.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye.